Guys, she's not confused. She's lying. How to expose a woman who does everything she can to actually manipulate your reality. Man, guys, I need y'all to sit down and relax a little bit because I need to tell you something before you spend another night trying to solve a puzzle that was actually designed to keep you confused. Gentlemen, sometimes she's not mixed up. She's not sad. She's not overwhelmed. She's not struggling to explain herself or anything like that. Sometimes she knows exactly what's happening and what she's doing, exactly what she did, exactly what question she asked, exactly every little move and every little tactic that she's doing. Gentlemen, she knows what she's doing. And I've always told you guys out here, the thing about a woman is that she's got game. But see, this is the kind of manipulation that doesn't waste your time. What it does is does something worse than waste your time. It actually bends your reality. And I want you guys to listen to me carefully because this is not about saying that every woman is like this, okay? This is about the woman who uses confusion as a weapon, who uses her words to make you feel something, but is doing something totally opposite. This is about the woman who gives you feelings instead of solid answers, excuses instead of accountability. And look, I get it. A healthy woman may disagree with you from time to time, and that's fine. That's cool. But the thing that a lot of you guys will understand, women have enough game to utilize their sexuality, their body, and their influence to make a person feel like she's actually into them. And that's the difference that a lot of guys miss. They confuse a woman who actually doesn't or is not interested in you. And women love to grab and waste your time. And that's what I'm going to talk about, okay? Most guys don't understand that a lying woman is smart enough to maneuver and talk to at least 5 to 10 to 15 guys all at one time by making and make you feel like you're special. She is very, very, one thing that women are actually good at, and I give them credit, they love to multitask. They can handle a handful of men at one time and dole out little pieces of crumbs to make that person feel good just for the moment and then move on. Remember, guys, I'm not saying all women, okay? I didn't say all women are bad or anything like that, but you just got to think about it and actually game it all out. You ask her, you know what, all right, what she's up to, okay? Or she tells you, I think about you. She tells you, I miss you. She tells you that, you know what, you have been on my mind. Man, that's the best. That's one of the best ones. You've been on my mind. I think about you. I miss you. I want to see you. And all these things. Women know how to use their mouthpiece to manipulate a person. And like I said before, this doesn't make women bad or anything like this, okay? But this is just what a lot of guys don't understand. This is not communication. This is what we call a serious smokescreen that a lot of women will use on an unsuspected guy that doesn't know what he's doing, okay? And women are good at this. And please understand, again, it's not here to tear women down, but women know how to use a smokescreen. She knows how to ask you for certain things to get you to want to do certain things without giving you anything in return. And I'm just saying, a woman doesn't have to give you sex or something like that, gentlemen. The problem is that she knows how to use your thirst of wanting to have sex with her against you. That's where the problem comes from. And this is how a lot of guys lose their power in real time. Not because the woman is magical, Not because she's smarter than him, okay? Because inside of a lot of you guys, you're looking for that woman to give you validation. A lot of you guys are actually looking for connection, and that's where the problem comes in at. The moment you become afraid of her rejection, she can move you. The moment you soften every question, because you might be a little scared that if I ask the question, she's going to get mad or angry at me, you hand over your standard and you hand over your power. And once she can understand how you move, she can control the board. Remember, the rule of the game is simple, guys. The one that controls the board controls the game. That's just how it is. And she knows she doesn't have to answer you honestly. She knows that she has the sexual power to make you even question yourself or actually feel guilty about what you're saying. And I've watched men do this for years. I've seen the patterns. I've seen them explain themselves to these women and then get disrespected, yelled at, mistreated, or dangled around. As I keep trying to tell you guys, women will lie. They are walking lies, and not, listen, gentlemen, not in a mean, cruel way. This is not tearing women down. It's that in your reality, you were taught that words have meaning. And I'll give you a prime example. You will go to the store. If you want to express yourself to a woman, what is the average guy going to do? He's going to go to the store and get a Hallmark card to allow the words on that piece of paper to have some kind of meaning. Gentlemen, how many cards have you got from a woman that told you she cared about you, she loved you, it was you and her forever, and all that other stuff, only for her to use that as a manipulation tactic to get your heart and control the narrative? This is why it's very important, guys, when you look at the game, that you guys have to be careful that never ever look at her words as actually truth. Actions, gentlemen, at the end of the day, it costs effort. You want a woman that's going to sacrifice. See, the woman that is sexy is the one that moves the right way through action and effort, guys. That's just how it is. I just want to make it simple, okay? If a woman is telling you, hello, how are you? And she gives you boring ass conversation that doesn't lead anywhere, put her ass in action. I keep trying to tell you guys, I know you don't want to do this because you're afraid of losing her, but you never had her in the first place. But the action you cannot put a woman in is in a sexual action. It doesn't work. So when I say put a woman into an action, I don't mean that you tell her to take her clothes off or let's have sex. Because the manipulation is always going to get darker, and she is going to make you think about your thoughts. And she knows how to maneuver the board in a way to make you feel like even the thought of you questioning what she has to say is a wrong thing to do, which is all going to make you feel a little guilty. And gentlemen, I don't want y'all guys to do that. This is why you have to slow things down. And this is why you can't chase every emotional rabbit that she releases out into the wild by making you feel a certain way. Remember, guys, women know how to make you feel. I've always told you guys, women have stripper 101 in them. They're not strippers. They don't swing on poles. They don't lift their shirts up and things. I'm saying they know a mark when they see them. And a lot of women know I can just give a few crumbs to these guys and they will be satisfied because they are lucky to have me, the woman. And that's where everything goes wrong, gentlemen. When you feel like you're lucky to be with that woman, you've already lost the game. And that means that you are open to any manipulation, any words that come out of her mouth, any phrases, anything. You are what we call open. You're a mark. You feel that, wow, I never had a woman like this, and I'm so lucky to have someone like this in my life. I don't want to mess it up. And the moment that you say you don't want to mess it up is the moment that you're going to lose. Women love the man that lets her know that she's not special. And guys, I'm not here to tear a woman down, knock her insecurities, and make her feel bad about herself. What I'm telling you guys out here is that when I run into a woman, she's not special. The rule of the game is always in the action. Game is what game does. And if anybody doesn't teach you that, they don't have the game. Because a man that has the game locked down is going to bypass her ass, her titties, her makeup, her eyeliner, her mascara, her blush, her weave, her nails, her push-up bra, her tight clothes, and see behind all that clown-ass makeup is a broken-ass woman who is insecure, who loves to take advantage of weak people that she will never sleep with. And this does not make them bad. It's just what it is. See, you need to put yourself in a position where the woman feels like she's lucky to have you when you're laced in the game. But as long as you're running behind a woman, I am telling you right now, there is a language that you guys send out to that woman saying that I'm not good enough by the way you talk to her, by the way you communicate with her. The things that you say to her will always going to put you in a bad position, gentlemen. And what I'm saying to all you guys out here, it's that you always make fatal mistakes. You see, a man that wants the game and everything and you have to face the truth for what it is. Every woman is not going to be interested in you, and every woman is not going to like you. And there are going to be women out there so arrogant to think that they're so special that you have to do everything in the world to earn them. But then there's the thing that they don't tell you about. It's the thing that they cannot control. It's the thing that the world that you're in right now doesn't want you to know. And what they don't want you to know is that no matter what she is, whether she's a gold digger, a stripper, OnlyFans, if she's a one-woman man, if she has a roster of men that she's not sleeping with, one thing that no one wants you guys to know is that the man that has the game and the man that does not care and the man that is in control of his life when he is one thought, one mind, one way, plays by a different set of rules. I keep telling you guys, this world is not based upon one rule for everybody. Rules have levels, gentlemen, okay? I don't want to get deep in it, but as I told you, there are rules for the poor, there are rules for the rich. Meaning that, again, rich people have loopholes, poor people have to pay. But what I'm saying when it comes to the game, there are also rules that are not equal. There are the rules of those who have the game when it comes to relationships with women, and women have no choice but to play by those rules because those rules are emotionally driven rules versus a guy who doesn't have the game. He has to play by the rule of kissing her ass, begging, bartering, taking her out to dinner, telling her she's special, doing everything possible to get her legs open. Rules. And that's where everything is going to go wrong for a lot of guys, because the rules will always be based upon your identity and how much power you hold to yourself. That's how this works. And until you actually learn those rules, gentlemen, you are always going to struggle, because you have to play by the rule of Hallmark, the rule of K Jewelers, the rule of restaurants and chocolates and flowers and forced text messages and trying to say the right thing and do the right thing. But when you learn the game, you become the rule. You become the gold standard. And I know you guys have that in you when you actually learn the game, guys. Put 100 if you understand what I'm saying about the gold standard. But at the end of the day, gentlemen, a woman is going to manipulate the majority of the people in this world. This is just how the world is built on. Marketing, advertisers, everybody knows the number one rule is that sex will always sell. That's the truth. You cannot run away from that truth. You can't hide it. It just is, because the world knows that the average person plays by the rule of running behind a woman, where the man that has the game is the rule. And when you put yourself in a proper position to love yourself and learn the game, this is the greatest manipulation. There is no manipulation. Is when a woman feels that she's lucky to have you, when she misses talking to you, when she looks forward to seeing a photo, a voice message, or video, when she wants to connect to you, share with you, and want to be with you in every way imaginable. That's the manipulation. And no manipulation. It's when you just love yourself, one thought, one mind, one way. So gentlemen, I am telling you right now, women are going to manipulate you. That's the truth. But the only way they can manipulate you is that if you are already manipulated by the thoughts that you have in your head that you're not good enough, that there is something called fear, rejection, and all these things. So if you are manipulated by your thoughts, you are going to be open to get manipulated by the woman. So until you start to change the way you think about yourself and stop that manipulation, you will always get manipulated, by a woman. It can change. You just have to make the decision. Are you ready to grow and become the man that I know you can be? Or do you want to continue to get manipulated, not only by a woman, not only by a system that plays by two different kind of rules, but also the manipulation of yourself? The choice is yours, guys, but please listen. Always remember, at the end of the day, her words don't mean anything. Man, don't listen to anything a woman is saying. Those words are like smoke floating in the air. Don't listen to it. Always watch your actions.